Because we've all got like divorced parents.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice. Let's go,
It's not a
boys.
specialist subject.
It's always a funny
This
topic.
is the only one that we can come up with. We were thinking of topic.
Divorced parents.
Try not to get cancelled.
I made like a pros and cons list, and it was like pros, like two of everything.
Nah, I don't
Yeah.
want to
Like two
I don't wanna hear
birthdays,
that.
No.
two
Two of
Christmases,
everything. No, it
two
is
Christmas
nice.
dinners.
Lad, that's such a bullshit sort
It
of
is.
like.
I'm totally with you on that.
I hate that.
I hate it.
Like,
Really?
yeah, like because right, growing up, you know.
Thing is, when were your parents divorced?
Yeah.
So my parents have actually only recently finalised the divorce, but they split when I was 5.
Oh.
So I spent like 13 years having, you know, 2 of everything. But-
Wait.
So it's like growing up, you know, like I say I'm growing up very working class, which means that I haven't been able to have 2 of everything most of the time.
Oh, okay.
Which means when I have to go between houses and see
Mhm.
people, I have to take every fucking thing I need with me.
Okay.
So I'm constantly
yeah.
packing all my shit up,
No,
going.
it's
Yeah.
It's like, and then it's so awkward having 2 things because the way my family split is Christmas at my mum's would be all my siblings and like my mum, and then Christmas at my dad would just be like me and my brother or just me and him.
Same.
And it's like, they're both fine, but I'd rather have them together.
All
you know?
together.
Civil, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's awkward between them, and it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, bro.
And you've got to deal. You've got to be the middleman.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
god, that is the worst. Do your parents chat shit about each other?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro.
My
Like-
mum won't shut up. about
No,
my
right,
dad.
yeah. Oh,
I have to defend him most of the time. I'm like, shut up, woman. Like, he literally raised me with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you decided to marry him. No, mine are pretty civil. Mine get along.
That's good.
Recently, I had my sister's graduation down in Cardiff,
Nice.
and we she's gonna be watching this. I told her to watch it, and we all drove down in the same car.
Oh.
So I was like, but to be fair, like my dad will just have a laugh, and my
Mm.
mum will get.
That's
Like,
good.
You know, they are quite civil. They get on along. You know, we had a good time. It was pretty funny.
Okay.
But
okay.
obviously, I see what you mean when you said like you want them to be together, but I think that's a bit. I don't know. Personally, it's a bit of a difficult one because obviously they don't want to be together.
No, yeah.
Like in an ideal world,
Yeah, that's
I
what
see what
mean.
you mean, but
If
I think-
all thing was good,
I
then
think it would
yeah.
be weird though now having parents together.
Oh, 100%.
Because we've grown up
Mhm.
without it.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't know how to
Yeah,
act.
yeah,
You'd be like,
yeah.
when did yours split up, Lou?
When I was very young, I was like, so I didn't even like remember it. 'Cause I
Yeah,
was a baby.
same.
Yeah.
I was like 4.
So it's always been that way for me.
Yeah, I think
Same.
I'm probably the latest. Then I know legally you're the latest.
Yeah. When
I
were
think
you?
like 9, 10, like year 6. I think.
Oh,
Oh, damn, that's a
okay.
fucked
Yeah,
up
year,
age.
year 6 was like
Yeah, yeah,
going
yeah.
into high school.
'Cause you're sort of like old enough now to understand what's happening.
Yeah.
So you could like you see it all.
Now my main worries was like playing PlayStation with Luke, to be honest. that was it really.
Fair.
Xbox and
Yeah.
PlayStation.
It's like literally every day after school, you're at your dad's, please.
Yeah, well,
Dad's.
not my dad's this weekend.
Damn it, no
Can't get off.
Fortnite
Yeah,
tonight.
can't get off FIFA tonight.
Yeah.
Wait till next weekend.
Yeah, one of the cons the only con I put on the list was divorced parents.
Yeah.
That's just a con in itself.
I think people with divorced parents are objectively cooler and more,
No, yeah.
much
Yeah.
more chiller than people
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah,
parents.
Yeah.
I think you should mature like
Yeah.
quickly, yeah, because
Yeah,
trauma.
faster.
Quickly, yeah.
Because it's sort of like
Talk about mature.
that's like one of the first ways of knowing that the world's no sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly
that's
that.
your first lesson.
It's not a perfect world.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and at like a young age, obviously for you, I was a bit older. Obviously, still quite young, but like I probably struggle. You probably struggle a lot more
Mhm.
like at that age as well,
Mhm.
because it would be a confusing as well. Like imagine losing a parent as well at that age.
That's fucked.
Like you would just be, you wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't,
would
yeah, you wouldn't know what like.
You're trying to think like why don't they get on? Like we've had these years that they
Mhm.
do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fucking because you're not at that point of emotional maturity where you
that's what-
understand like relationships and all that sort of
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
You've never been in that situation, so you don't like.
No.
You just think it's all swimming and all perfect, don't you? But
Yeah.
because you don't get it yet, I think that's probably the hardest part at a younger age.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like. No, it's very easy to just be like, oh yeah, blanket it as no one likes having divorced parents. But that's a good, I've never like properly thought about it like
yeah,
that. Damn.
that's just that's how I see it, sort of thing.
It's also like if you've seen your parents argue as well, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Because you're
Yeah.
like just sitting there like.
Why? What's going on? Like,
Yeah. Fucking hell.
With my mum and dad, they don't. Well, my dad won't acknowledge my mum.
Right.
My mum's pretty chill.
Yeah, your mum's sound. Yeah.
Big up, Emma.
Big up Emma, thanks
Yeah.
in her living room.
Still doing a location. The secret, the secret BUP location that no one knows about.
HQ.
But yet, also, you're traveling like between two houses is always pretty
it's
fucked.
horrible.
Now,
Especially when they live far apart as well.
are your
That-
parents
yeah,
like far
that's-
apart?
Yeah,
Like-
my dad's in like Wrexham.
Other side of Wrexham.
Yeah.
That's-
So it's just, it's not the worst.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's just
Awkward.
annoying.
I would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
before you could drive, and before I could drive,
Mhm.
that's the worst bit about it.
Yeah.
Like not not having the freedom. Like it. Other side of Wrexham doesn't sound too far now, but I would say at a younger age,
Yeah.
getting shipped about, like your mum
Yeah.
probably doesn't want to take you
No.
and see your dad, does he?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
vice versa as well. I think that's what the thing about
And
it
it's
is.
better now that we can drive because I can just see my dad whenever I want.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I,
Yeah, you
I
can
used to
pick and
just go after
choose, like,
school or
locations.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's pretty chill about that. Like when you're younger, obviously it's more regimented
Yeah,
because
like when
you're
I-
a kid.
Through school, I'd have like every other weekend with my dad and then
Yeah.
see him every Wednesday.
Okay.
But now it's just like, Mom, I'm going.
Yeah, see you later.
Yeah,
See you in
yeah.
a bit. Yeah.
Fair.
I do what you were saying before though about Christmas. I agree with. I don't know about these two, but I agree with. I think that was like a comforting thing for like I know my grandparents and that like you get 2 Christmases, you
Yeah.
get more presents. Like you do get 2 dinners and like the comparison thing as well. Like whose is better?
Oh.
How much
It's
did they give you? What
Always
did they
fucking
get you?
competition.
Who's it's always like. For me, it's mainly like the people outside. Like it's
Mm.
not between my mum and dad. It's like the families. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a comparison. Like
Really?
trying to battle like who's better. But
To be fair, I always preferred having 2. But like I never had that. Like you just have like competition kind of thing. I never had that.
really, right?
Which is good. That's what you got the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like
Uh-huh.
I enjoyed it because it was like I get to see one family one day and then my other the other side of the family the other day. So it was chill for me.
It's always the switch up as well. Like we change it about like 1 year, but my dad's for Christmas Eve or
Okay.
like obviously when you're younger that means
Mhm.
more like now I don't give a shit about Christmas
Yeah.
really. Like it's
Yeah.
nice, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter where I am sort of thing. Like,
Mhm.
when I'm younger, like it was nice switching it up, having that
Okay.
experience with
Yeah.
both parents.
Yeah, like Christmas
different,
Day.
Yeah, different years.
Mhm.
Yeah, waking up with at my dad's or waking up at my mum's. Like
Mhm.
I feel like you appreciate that more as a kid. But
Mhm.
I think as well with your parents being divorced, I think you almost become closer with each parent.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
because you're spending more time
Like-
with that one person.
Yeah, because like I feel like my dad tells me more than he
Mm.
would if he was still with my mum. If that makes sense. Like I
Yeah.
know so much more about his life than I think I would if.
Yeah.
Steve is a top
Yeah.
top G. That's
he-
one way to get cancelled.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. That man's been married 5 times.
Damn.
Yeah.
5 times.
He's the
Beast.
slut.
That's a lot of fucking money though. 5 full like
no,
wedding.
but I think the only actual wedding he's had was with my mum. I think the other ones have been like and it's just
Vegas.
Like the register office kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Do you guys want a big wedding?
I don't want a big wedding. I want a big honeymoon.
Fair. Yeah.
Yes.
Smaller wedding. Fat
Yeah.
holiday.
Yeah. Go for like 2 months or something. Just some like
don't-
Yeah.
5-star hotel.
Bit controversial. I don't know if I do want to get married,
Me neither. I don't know.
but I feel like
I don't think I do either.
my auntie and uncle, they live together. They got kids. They're not married. Like,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is just a label and for tax purposes, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of like a government thing, I would say.
Yeah, I
Like-
agree.
I would say it's nice. I wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
I think the
dunno.
main reason putting me off it is if like my wife fully snaked me or something.
Yeah.
That's getting half my money.
I
I
hear you
feel
lot
like-
like
yeah.
bad
What's
stories
going
about
on
that.
here?
Can't even see their kids anymore. Like the wife's got
Yeah.
full custody.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
fucked
because I think people who have divorced parents have a different view on marriage. That's just like my
up. Oh yeah, true.
idea because your idea of marriage is your parents' marriage. Like I joke
Yeah.
about it, and
Mhm.
obviously like I wouldn't let their marriage affect my life, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you do sort of have that thing like it does happen.
Mhm.
Like divorce
Yeah.
does happen,
Yeah.
and I feel like people without divorced parents who are still married, like they've grown up their whole life. It's all happy. It's all lovey-dovey. Like
yeah, they haven't seen the real world.
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
yeah.
They've not grown up
Yeah.
around, and their idea of marriage, I would say, is a lot different to
Yeah.
what.
Yo, thanks for watching this clip. If you liked watching this, somewhere around the screen will be like the full episode or whatever, and you can go watch that. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like and comment. We'll hopefully see you in the next episode.